Good afternoon everybody, Dave the Maverick Beekeeper. Hope you're all well and thanks for looking into the channel. So today is August 30th 2022 and currently the temperature is 22 degrees and slightly overcast. So what we're doing today is firstly for the Queen Elizabeth Hive, we're going to go in and check and make sure there's plenty of brood, good nutrition. I have noticed there's a lot of pollen going in and we're into the fall or autumn flow, it would seem. So this box here has gone from 3 deeps and 1 super down to 2 deeps. The 2 deep configuration is what I'm going to use for this winter. Now so far there are plenty of bees in each of the boxes. The treatments are in, which is Apivar or Amatraz strips. And the first initial 24 hours we had a significant mite drop, which is great, which is good news. So that'll be in for approximately a month and a half. We've already had the strips in 2 weeks, so a month and a half, and we'll be whipping those out. And then obviously we will look towards the end of the year, maybe mid-November, early December, we do oxalic treatment. Okay, so really the QE hive is not too much of a worry. It's a strong hive. They are very active, as you can see, and I've had no issues with these. I know with the queen's in there, she's queen right, or the hive is queen right, and unfortunately the marking has come off the queen, so I'm going to have to look at doing that. But generally they're in a good place. The real concern for us is this one, which is our nuke. There is activity in there. What I do know is that the field force is quite small for them at the moment. They are building. We've also treated them. We also went through a feeding regime at the late July, early August. It seemed to be that the flow just dropped off. So we started to feed and we've now stopped feeding. Now the next flow has begun, I should say. So we need to get into this hive, and we basically need to make sure that, one, it's queen right, and secondly there's enough bees in there to look after the current brood. I'm sure this is happening anyway at the moment, but until I get into the hives I won't know. So without further ado, I think it's time to get in there and have a look. The video is going to be short and choppy through this. I will put a lot of photographs up of the frames, the ones of interest anyway. And the main thing is finding this queen, because she is difficult. She's also not marked, and she's a runner, and she likes to hide in corners as well. So we need to establish that she's in there today. Obviously the clues we'll look for is eggs, larvae, and all that sort of stuff. And that will give us a good indication of whether she's in the hive. Last time we had supersedure cells, which wasn't good news. They're almost fully capped, but we'll see what's in here this time. If there are supersedure cells in here, then you know we're getting towards the end of August. In fact, we're at the end of August, and that could be problematic for us. But we'll see when we get in there. So, without further ado, I'll get into the bee suit and we'll get into the hives. Okay, that's the inspection completed. As I said to you before in the start of the video, Queen Elizabeth Hive's fine, no issues with that whatsoever. We have definitely now got an issue with this one. The issue being a bad case of Chalkbrood, because on the bottom of the hive itself there's loads of Chalkbrood mummies. They haven't successfully hoiked them out yet, so you know it's a little bit worrying. So that's Chalkbrood. And also we're missing the queen, and we also have supersedure cells on her, which you'll see in the video later on. So unfortunately it would seem that the queen has failed. I can't find her in the hive. I've gone through the frames about 5 times, cannot find her in any of the corners. So it looks like she's either absconded or she's left the hive and died, or we've rolled her on the frames, but the latter I believe is not the case. So with the Chalkbrood and the supersedure, so obviously they know that genetics are not right, so they're going to supersede her, and there's nothing we can do. We just have to let them get on with it. So I'm going to leave this hive now for the next 7 days, because the supersedure cell has been capped. so it won't be long before she emerges. So I'm going to leave it at that for now and just pray that we can get them up to strength. More so, we still have drones around from the Queen Elizabeth Hive. Whether she can get mated or not, I do not know. We're just going to have to wait and see. So, as I said to you right at the beginning of this, warts and all, if things fail, I'm going to tell you. And I believe that this hive is in a failure mode at the moment, unless we can get the supersedure done quickly and she gets mated. But the further we go on into September, the less likelihood. There are still drones here, as I said, but I'm not holding out. So we're going to have to see. Either this hive will have to be merged with the Queen Elizabeth. It's not what I wanted, but you know, hey ho, it's the way it goes. So that completes the video. Bit of a nightmare happening going on, especially at the end of August. So I'm not happy with that. But so I've now I'm going to continue to feed this one. Queen Elizabeth hive's fine. It doesn't need anything. So there's pollen patty in there. I've put one in this hive as well, just to help them. And I will put some 1-to-1 sugar syrup on the nucleus as soon as I can. So thanks for watching. Any comments you've got, any ideas about late season supersedures, put them in the comments below and I'll be really welcome for those. All right, cheers folks, stay safe, be happy, and I'll catch you on the flip side of the brood frame.